Good morning, Friday, April the 7th here. I'm out in the greenhouse. Welcome back to my channel. I think I've explained this in some of my other videos, if you've gone back and watched any of them, that I'm doing these videos for educational purposes. I really don't care whether you like or subscribe to my channel or not. I'm not trying to make money off of this, but I'm trying to show you the knowledge I've learned over the last 12 or 14 years about growing tomatoes, specifically in high tunnels, but all these principles right now work in the field production too. So about a week ago, around the 1st of April, I put my plants into pots. I went from the flats and I started going into pots. And I'm going to pick one at random here. We'll just take this one. Show you the root development. You can already see here probably, since I put them in, the roots are starting to fill in. Now hopefully my object is within about a week, the 15th of April, if the weather holds like I think it will, I'm going to put these into the high tunnel. I've been working the last 2 days to get the high tunnel ready. I've got the soil moistened up through a sprinkler system. I've got the plastic laid down, everything smoothed out. I'll be going down today to get the irrigation set up. But what I'd like to tell you is that now when I put these little seedlings, they were pretty good size when I put them into the pots, but I gave them a teaspoon of a root starter, which is a 945-15. I put 1 teaspoon of root starter in, it's water soluble of course, put that in a gallon of water, and I added about a teaspoon of magnesium sulfate. And so as soon as I got them all in the cups, you know, you get your planting medium, whatever you're using, get it good and wet, put it in your cups. I put a hole with my thumb in there, put the plants in there, pack them back, and then I give them some water to settle the soil medium down, and that gives them a little start. And then I come back, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, then I came back with a tablespoon of 945-15 and a tablespoon of magnesium sulfate and gave them a drink. Now that will be the only water and fertilizer, not the only water, it'll be the only fertilizer I give them until I plant them in a week. One of the things you've got to be real careful about is giving them too much nitrogen while they're in these pots. They will grow too tall. What you want them to do is to be short and stocky as possible, and that's not always easy to do, that I found out for me, but the longer you keep them in the pots, now a week is about what I need them to get to the right size. If you go beyond that week, they're going to start getting a little bit leggy. You can still plant them. I mean, y'all know that you can just sink them deeper in the hole. That's what I do, and that's not going to hurt anything, but you just don't want to be giving them too much strong nitrogen. And let me just kind of pan around and let you look real quick. I think I've got 360 plants in here. Now, not all of these are same height, of course, because when I took them out of the planting flats, they were at some different heights there too. They didn't all come up the same day. It takes, you know, better part of a week to get every single seed in your flat up. So you can see I've got a decent, there's some pepper plants. I planted me right in the back corner over there, some Anaheim pepper plants. I'm going to put about 60 of those out into my field this year, and I'm going to sell those to my customers for they like to make salsa. I've already starting to get orders. I've got 2 ladies that called last week. They want 100 pounds each for canning. That is primarily where a lot of my tomatoes go to, is canning. I do sell to a local grocery store, and people buy them just for eating, and people will come to the farm to get some just to eat on. I have a couple of customers, they'll buy a 20-pound box and then share them with kin folks and neighbors, you know, just to eat on, and then they'll come back again. But I sell it quite a bit. The majority of what I raise is for canning. So I hope what I've showed you here today will be a little bit of help. Now, like I say, within a week I'll be down in the high tunnel putting these things out, and I might do a video. I recommend, I'm not going to do a lot of these videos, but I recommend that you go back and look some of my older ones. That'll give you a picture of the high tunnel and kind of how things go down there. So, hope you have a great weekend. This is, I believe, Easter weekend. Pray you have a good Resurrection Sunday. And I'll see you next time, God willing. See you then. Bye.